Banana. That's right. It is NFL Straya. I'm your host, James Clements, here hanging out in Larry Armour Studios, chilling, not illin'. Well, I'm actually 100% chilling because it's very cold. I'll tell you what. But on the other side of this here, like camera setup thing that we've got in a hotel room in Sydney, Australia, it is a bloke who's in the midst of just one of the all-time booze and schmooze runs. It is the sometimes singer in a band called The Ramshackle Army. He's my mate. He's your mate. It's Gaz. Gaz, what's going on?
Jimmy, it's I'm not gonna lie, my body's starting to rebel. The Macca's is helping me get over the hangover. Went out on a corporate function. It was schmooze business, Gaz, last night, and just getting over last night's hangover. And I'm about to go out and course tomorrow's. So, yeah, thought we'd drop in and do a bit of a quick little podcast before running around with my world.
I like that. Because that's it. Like today we're going to do the over-unders and we're split it into two. We'll do the, it's like part one we'll do AFC, part two we'll do NFC. We'll break them up and away we go. I think we did this, I don't know, last year probably. That sounds right. I don't remember anything, but that tracks. So we'll hit some news very quickly, but then we'll just do over-unders and get thoughts on basically every single team and whether or not they suck or if they're going to be good. I'll tell you what, it's a big creamy middle this year, Gaz. So I guess we should just bloody well get into it. Episode 125 of NFL Straya. Oh, let's go! Is this what I came here for? Is this what I came here for? I have one question and one question only. Will you, Taylor Swift, marry me? NFL Straya! All right, guys. Here we go. What a world we live in. Obviously, the biggest news of the week has just broken. There is an impending combination, two of the most unstoppable forces in the world. Of course, Tommy DeVito is on the New England Patriots. Let's go! Woo! Tommy Cutlets!
I've been out all afternoon, Jimmy, so I haven't seen that. I saw this morning that it had been cut, but I didn't realize that you guys had signed him. I've literally just seen the news. Wow, congratulations.
Hey, Tommy! Always loved him, obviously. Tommy Cutlets on the Pats.
Love a good white quarterback, does the Patriots.
It's fantastic. I mean, he'll be our, like, third, fourth stringer, but that's all right. Anyway, no, of course, the big one was Kelsey and Swift. Yeah. The engagement that rocked the world in the dorkiest way possible. I'm sure they thought it was endearing. Oh, your English teacher and your gym teacher are getting engaged. Get it? Because it's like you're a billionaire and he's a millionaire. Shut up. Come on. Like, this entire thing of like, we're just, it's a bit of a lark. Is it? Is it you're worth more than the GDP of some small countries? Shush, you're not an English teacher. How about you donate some money to some English teachers, bloody hell? Like, they're making like 25 grand a year. What are you doing? Yeah, there's a billionaire. Anyway, the other big news very quickly, Scary Terry remains a Washington commie. We called it.
In a move that shocked absolutely nobody.
Trey Hendrickson, weird situation there with the Bengals where he is back. He got a raise, but he'll be like an unrestricted free agent next year because they didn't extend him. They just went, do you want $14 million extra dollars this year? And he went, well, yeah, that'd be good. And then they were all sick. We're not going to do anything else, but that'll do.
So we're not going to fix any other holes on that defense. It's still going to be just as shit, except one spot is shorn up.
It's almost as if you're the cheapest NFL team out there and you don't win Super Bowls. Maybe being cheap is, I don't know, something you should continue to do, obviously. What are you doing, idiots?
Yeah.
I mean, it's weird because they're just like, we'll give all the money in the world to Joey Buckets, Jamar Chase, T. Higgins, Everyone else, go fuck yourselves. The other one was Adam. I'm feeling this. He's off back to the Vikings, which is kind of cool. I mean, Addison's suspended for 3 games. It makes a little bit of sense. They're also sort of clearing out the decks there, I think, in Carolina for Xavier Legette and your man, Tet McMillan. So kind of cool. Like, good story all around. Like, clear the decks for the youngins in Carolina, and Adam, I'm feeling this, gets to go home. So
gets to go home, yeah.
Nice. Anyway, we obviously had all the cuts and all the waiver pickups. I'd like to thank Bill Belichick and the New England Patriots and that run towards the end of Bill's career where he just could not draft good players. Our first rounder from 2 years ago, Cole Strange, gone. Everybody from that draft, 3 years ago now, everybody from that draft, that entire draft class is no longer on the Patriots, guys. It's just incredible stuff. Wild. Just, he's going to go great in college. Anyway, right. Cool. Is that the news? I think that's all the news. I think we should just do some over-unders and start thinking about who we like and who we don't like, Az. What do you reckon?
Yeah, let's do it.
Oh, wait, I didn't even say Rashee Rice. He got they had this weird hearing, right, for like September 30. He's like, no, fuck that. Just suspend me now. And they're like, all right, 6 games. So there you go. It's like, lock it in. Sure. Okay. All right. Over-unders. We're going to split this into 2, as I mentioned. So after we do the AFC, we'll basically wrap up that bit, do another intro, and then we'll do the NFC. It's going to be awesome. Trust me. So stick with us. Let's do probably the most competitive of the AFC divisions, I reckon, or at least one that's really difficult to sort of predict. The AFC North. Because I think there might be one more competitive, but this one is like, who knows what's going to happen here, right? So the AFC North, you have a Baltimore team that is yet to sort of break through and even make a Super Bowl with Lamar Jackson. You've got a Cincy team that's made a soupy, but as we just pointed out, keep cheaping out and are just horrible on defense. They're like, nah, fuck it. We'll win every game 43-41. You got a Steelers team that now has, that's right, Aaron Rodgers as their quarterback. And he and Mike Tomlin will probably get along famously, no doubt. And definitely they won't try to come to blows by week 6. And the Cleveland Browns are... Suddenly I did see video today of someone going, you know that the Browns QB1 is out there running around unimpeded now. Deshaun Watson could be... I'm like, fucking hell. Really? We're in Deshaun Watson territory? This season hasn't even started.
Already.
They're starting fucking a bloke made of paper mache and beard stubble in Joe Flacco as their QB. They've got their backup QBs punching on basically behind the scenes in Dylan Gabriel and Shadur Sanders, and the Browns are a fucking train wreck. So I want to start at the bottom there. I'll start with the Browns. They're 5.5 over-under for win total this year. I almost instantly went, how much money do I have? And can I put it on the under and like all of it? That wouldn't be very responsible. But I think this is a team that is probably Stefanski gets fired. They clear out everything. Shadur is probably starting by like week 10 after they go to Dylan Gabriel, and he sucks as well. I had essentially like my look ahead thing predicted record of like 2-15, and they just clear the under. This is because like the 3 teams in their division are like way better than them, right? Way better. And the rest of their sort of situation, they're just going to get fucking steamrolled, Gaz. The Browns stink.
I agree. I think they're going to go to the under, but I think they'll score more than 2. Joe Flacco's I think their defense will keep games close, and they'll just squeak out that odd one that you just don't expect them to do. So I'm gonna go around the 4 wins through the season, but yeah, still hitting the under.
Yeah, I feel like they and the Saints are the 2 real big contenders for me for like the Arch Manning sort of, sweepstakes, if that actually ends up coming to fruition. Like,
yeah, because like they keep everyone else. So the Browns end up with seven quarterbacks next year. Let's go.
Love it. Right, so that's the Browns. We're both going under. How about the Steelers? Amazingly enough, someone's cotton on to the fact that Mike Tomlin just always like goes either 500 or above. Their over-under is exactly that,
Yep.
8.5. Like, what are we doing? You can't win 8.5 games.
Yeah.
Well, you can if you tie, but still. That'd still only be 8 wins. You see what I'm saying? Because here we are. I'm going to go over. I'm going to go 9-8. I think the Steelers thing is just weird. I think the defense, they've got TJ Watt back. They're fine. There was like all the rumors in the offseason, maybe you get traded, what's going to happen? He's staying. It's fine. I feel like Tomlin will just do enough, as he always does, where the defense is just a pain in the ass. And even if Rodgers looks as shit as he did last year, which was very, I think they still win games. Like, they've got DK Metcalf. They don't have the George Pickens sort of experience. I like that he's like, hey, you know what I love? Having crazies on my team. Usually it's RBs, wide receivers. Now I've just got fucking Aaron Rodgers and DK Metcalf. DK seems like a bit of a weirdo too, but still. I've got them 9-8. I just think they get just enough done here, Gaz. What do you think about the Steelers?
I wouldn't put. It's hard to go the under on anything like mentioned. It's really, I wouldn't be putting any money on it because you just don't know what Aaron Rodgers is going to show up, right? Could that extra year away from the Achilles make it a little bit? His movement, his agility is back, scrambling. Is he the Aaron Rodgers of old, or is he just that far? Like he's taking a big jump off the pier and he's fully gone off the wagon. But Tomlin is, if anyone can get the most out of him, like what he did with Rusty last year, after a really, really sad year in Denver, then it's gonna be Mike Tomlin. So I'm gonna go the over as well. I think you're 9-8 at some point.
Yeah, 9-8 feels about right. Like, I think the problem is, so they've got DK Metcalf. Their wide receiver 2, Gaz, is like Calvin Austin.
Yes.
Like Fryermuth? Like, is that like Jalen Warren and like a rookie Caleb Johnson? I don't know. Like, the offense is going to be weird despite having a 400-year-old QB as well. So, anyway. Cincy, 9.5 is their over-under. I have just slid under this. I've got them at 9-8 as well, which is the same as the Steelers. Just because, as we said, you can try to outscore every team 43-41. By the same token, you're going to lose some of those 43-41 games, right? When it just gets a bit sideways, Joey B. My biggest fear is that Joey Buckets just gets fucking poleaxed because that O-line is so shit. And it just fucking, like, if he misses any amount of time, that team is completely cooked. So this is me trying to mitigate this, the injury risk, the O-line deficiency, the shitty defense. And you just think, oh, God, this is like a conflagration of just shithouse, really, apart from the high-powered fucking, let's throw the ball, it'll be awesome, and Chase Brown's rad, right?
You've basically got Trey Hendrickson on a rental, right? You're paying 1 year, you're not going to sustain him. So if they didn't think that they were going to be putting in a playoff run, then why pay that extra 14 mil? Just let him sit out, fucking whatever, trade him. You've got to be having a red hot dip this year. So it still feels like that offense can be a double-digit win team. So I'm going to go with 10.
I'll pay it. Like, what did they go last year? Like, I think they were 9-8 last year, so I'm not really going fucking too crazy. But their over-under was 10.5 last year. And I think, I was much more bullish on them last year. I was like, fuck yeah, let's go Bengals. But no good. I just think there's just too many questions, and I think when it comes to over-unders, I want a little bit of like, what can I actually rely on? And if you've got one really good aspect, that's cool, but if there's like 3 giant fucking red alarmy kind of vibes, I'm off. And of course, the contenders, we mentioned at the top, Baltimore, it's 11.5, the over-under this year. I'm probably still going to go over just because this offense is awesome. The defense was really fucking good in the back half of last year. And Lamar Jackson almost won the MVP. Derrick Henry's still really good. They're just a really fucking well-oiled machine. To the point where I think I've gone back and forth all week. So we made our first episode soupy picks last week. And I was like, oh, Buffalo, that'd be... Nah, I'm maybe already off Buffalo and on to Baltimore versus Green Bay. But either way, I'm going to go over 12.5. It feels like Baltimore just bet on the continuity, bet on the simple idea of like they know what the fuck they're doing at all times. Lamar's unreal. this team should win at least 12 games.
Yep.
I feel like the 12-5 is being vaguely conservative too.
Yeah. No, definitely going the over. They're pretty solid top to bottom. As we said, look, they felt like they should have, they were very close last year, and I picked them last week as my, Super Bowl versus the Eagles. So I can't really have them under 12. So definitely going the over.
Nice. All right. AFC East. Not really the AFC Beast, because there are 3 teams that just might be shit again. You might remember last year where Buffalo won this one by a million, like it was over by like week 9. Again, we'll start at the bottom from sort of last year.
Yep.
The Pats were horrible. My beloved Patriots. This year they might not be horrible, but I don't think, there's a lot of, and we love this at the start of each year. There's always a hypey team. This is one of the hypey teams because everyone's like, this is this year's Washington. It's like, no one was fucking calling last year's Washington when Washington happened, They were just like, what a team will be good. Yeah. Washington came from the blue. Jaden Daniels was fucking spectacular. They loaded up with veterans. They just knew their shit. They were just good. They had a weak schedule. Pat's got a weak schedule as well, which is handy. They have a new, better coach. Drake May's second year. But I'm still not going to go like double-digit wins. I'm going to go 8 and 9. Their over-under is 8.5. And they went 4 and 13 last year. I think giving them 4 extra wins this year, Gaz, is pretty fucking nice of me. And I buy into the optimism, but you still think about the offensive weapons. Henderson looks awesome. You still got Ramondre. Stephon Diggs coming off a fucking knee injury. Who knows? There's still some questions on the offense. I think the defense will be much better. But yeah, to get to double-digit wins, people need to fucking pump the brakes just a little bit, I reckon. I've got them under just.
Oh, the prodigal son's back, mate. Mike Vrabel's going to take him to the promised land. Don't you bloody worry about that. Yeah, look, I think from a coaching point of view, Drake May second year, Diggs, all that sort of stuff, you've definitely got a much more positive outlook, but I think you are correct. That many wins. If you look, the Jets are going to be a mess, which we'll talk about in a second. Miami seems to be heading the wrong direction, so there's 3 to 4 wins right there, you could think, right? Bills, I don't think they've got a sniff of. But yeah, so the under, but it's a close under.
Yep. Good call. The Jets, as we mentioned, their over-under is 5.5. New coach, Aaron Glenn. He was a first-round pick of the Jets, which is kind of cool. And no Aaron Rodgers this year. They have Juzzy Fields, my beloved Juzzy Fields. It feels like they're pushing Breece Hall out the fucking door as much as they can. It's very weird. Braylon Allen's there. You've still got Garrett Wilson as one of their wide... the defense has to really step up for them to be any good. I just don't know if they will be. 5.5. I had them at 5 and 12. Last year, that was exactly what they went. And I feel like I might have undersold this just a little bit. They feel like they might be a little bit more pesky than I'm giving them credit for. Justin Fields, he's not a great quarterback. If they're going to get anything from him this year that's just kind of solid-ish, they might sneak out at 1 or 2 more than that. But yeah, the 5.5 feels very, very, very on the fucking bang on line, because I'd either go 5 or 6, and I feel pretty good about it, right? So I think in my totals, I got them 5 and 12. Would not surprise me if they sneak over. But I can also just go with sheer pessimism, and maybe the defense isn't that good. Maybe they just fucking suck on offense, and 5 and 12 is feeling optimistic. I don't know, but 5 and 12 is where I landed. Under.
Yeah, definitely the under here, because I don't know. I don't know what's positive about the team. You've got a couple little pieces on defense as that defensive focus, but it didn't. Robert Saleh couldn't get them out of these guys, and got to then you with an unmitigated disaster, and the culture and the vibe and around this whole thing just seems a fucking mess. When you've got Juzzy Fields, who couldn't make his way as a fixed starting quarterback, and he's kind of who you're relying on now with Aaron Grant. It doesn't feel great. Under.
Yep. Tracks. Miami. All right, so Miami's a mess for a bunch of different reasons, right? Mike McDaniel is in trouble for looking too cool Big glasses, white shoes, no socks. I don't know. It also feels like if they suck, he might just get fired, right? So it's kind of weird. It's his 4th year. And you're like, is he good? He seems like an offensive wunderkind, but otherwise, who fucking knows? You've got Tyreek Hill going, I don't want to be here anymore. This sucks. He's like, are you just old? Like, what's going on, man? Don't you want to retire in Florida? That's what people do, bro. What else? Devon A-Chain, sure. He's carrying like a calf injury. I want nothing to do with running backs with like soft tissue injuries usually. You've got Jalen Waddle there just going, remember me? I'm awesome.
Yeah.
And then...
Remember you in the first round? Yeah.
And then like Tua is just like, he gets hit twice and his career could be over. So it's just a strange...
And everyone who's leaving is throwing hand grenades on the way out the door, as we mentioned last week, right?
They make the weird Jonnu Smith, Minka Fitzpatrick trade and shit like that. I don't know. Yeah. They're over under 7.5, which feels about right. I actually went over because I think if it just clicks, they can probably like hang with teams early in the season, probably eke their way to 9-8. Basically a 500 team. I think they're just slightly better than that 7.5. What do you reckon, Gaz?
I was pretty bullish on them in the last couple of years, and they've let me down every time, so I'm going the under. Once again, I keep thinking that cold weather performance is overrated, and then it gets to December and they play like shit, right? Trying to take your boys on in December, January, or the Bills, and they just can't show up. So I just don't think they've got the horses. They used to have the speed to, just take it to everyone and rely on some solid defense, and they just don't have any of that. This feels like a bit of a mess, so I'm going the under.
Yeah, I think, it's such a weird situation. They're the one team where I'm like, it could go either way really dramatically. That's why the sort of 9, 8, 10 win sort of spot feels like if it just clicks and it's fine until it's healthy, maybe they can get there. But if it all falls apart, they could just be one of the worst teams in the NFL, right? Like the defense feels real fucking sketchy. I think everyone will be able to throw on them. Their corners are absolutely fucking horrible. So, I mean, even that week 1 game against the Colts, who feel like they're dog shit too, I reckon they're going to get their ass kicked. Like they're on the road. Danny Dimes might light them up. It's going to be amazing. And then the other one is Buffalo. Ooh. Same as the Ravens. They're 11.5. With the win total. I've gone over again as well, just because I think they're going to curb stomp every other team in this division. That's 6 wins, and then outside of that, they're really fucking good. They're just really good. I think between Josh Allen, the rest of that offense, Khalil Shakir, Keon Coleman and co, they're just really good. I think they're really well coached. The defense is super solid. They went 13-4 last year. I feel like they're about that again this year, either 12-5 or 13-4. Maybe even slightly better if they want to make sure that they have home field all the way through the playoffs, etc. Again, if they go fucking absolutely hammer and tongs. The only thing is, I just want to know how good that defense is. But otherwise, I think they're awesome.
Yeah. Definitely filled me over on that one. Those them and Ravens, you could definitely see. There's an argument to say that that's the AFC Championship game.
Again,
with little sneaky bits up there from Denver, but they're the other hot team that we'll talk about. The trendy team this year. So Anyway, I think I'm going over.
All right, AFC South. It sucks, or does it? This is a mystery division, and I'm very excited for the AFC South because just try to figure this one out, guys. Houston. Last year, 10-7, bit of a disappointment, and then they fucking randomly win a playoff game, and you're like, "What the fuck is going on here?" It was awesome. The defense was fantastic. Maybe CJ Stroud, after a bit of a quiet, weird second year, bounces back, is awesome again. Jacksonville, sure. New coach, Liam Cohen. See how we go. Colts, sure. Danny Dimes, but also more weapons than Danny Dimes has ever had before. Maybe.
Yeah.
And then the Titans, Cam Ward. Looks awesome. Sounds like everyone
knows what you're going to get.
Everyone loves him. So the Titans are 5.5. I've got them at 5-12. I think it's a 2-game improvement. The defense, it just doesn't feel that imposing. And the offense just still has enough questions where I'm like, they'll be feisty. but I don't think they'll be good. So I'm going to still just go under 5.5 with 5 and 12.
Yeah, look, it's hard to guess when you've got a number one overall draft pick. Is he this year's Daniels? I think we'll know within a couple of weeks. He does definitely look good in the preseason. So 5.5 sounds about right. The 5 it seems about right. But I think it's all dependent on what the fuck else we get out of this division, out of the Jags and Colts particularly, right? Like if they are as sad as they kind of look, well, then the Titans may squeak out a couple more. But yeah, I think the under. I think around the 5 mark is where it sits.
Yep. Colts went 8-9 last year. Their over-under was 7.5, and they had a quarterback battle between Danny Dimes and Anthony Richardson, and they landed
in the very loosest sense of the term.
and they landed on Danny Dimes. So, yeah. We're going to find out whether or not he's at all good this year, right? Like, he's got Michael Pittman, he's got Jonathan Taylor, he's got Tyler Warren, their big new tight end. The defense looks solid again-ish. I just think it's really hard to pilot a team to like 8 wins like they did last year with Danny Dimes and then Anthony Richardson like maybe being traded, maybe sticking there the entire time. Maybe they go to Anthony Richardson at some point and it all just goes to shit. I don't know. I'm going to go with the going to shit. I've got him at 5 and 12, which is substantially under, Gaz.
Yeah, I'm definitely going under. This feels like this is, you do have a coach who's, let's be honest, coaching for his life, his career. And when you're in that world and you're choosing between Danny Dimes and AR-15, who he's young, he's still got a chance to resurrect his career in a couple of years, but yeah, it's not really what you want to be hanging your hat on. So I'm definitely going under here.
Nice. And yeah, I mean, one thing that also happened in the off-season, Jim Irsay died. So
yeah,
that was pretty
true.
Crazy.
Yeah.
Wonder what happens to his guitar collection. A very famous, awesome guitar collection. The Jags, 7.5 is their over-under, same as the Colts. I'm going to go over in this one. I'm a little bit more optimistic about the Jags. Travis Hunter. They've got a lot of dudes whose names starts with T. Travis, Trevor's, Brian Thomas's. Like, they're all coming out the wazoo. But I think Liam Cohen has sort of proven he can build an offense. And if anyone fucking needs like a fresh outlook, it's Trevor Lawrence. He's got Travis Hunter now. He's got Brian Thomas Jr. I mean, they've got like this weird 3-headed running back situation with Travis Etienne, Tank Bigsby, and what's his name? Fucking the super young dude. He's got like an awesome name too. I can do this, I believe. No, I can't remember it.
Rachel Tootin?
Tootin! That's it, Tootin! We'll call him Vladimir Tootin. I think the defense, like, I don't know what the fuck is going to be going on with this Jags defense, which is probably why I've got them under 500 at 8 and 9, but I've still got them over.
Yeah. I think I'm not. This is the prove it year for Trevor Lawrence, because we've always seen, big-tated generational talent, and then all of a sudden, he's had the excuses for 4 or 5 years. It was shit coaching and no weapons and all this sort of stuff, but I gave him Brian Thomas Jr. last year, who went off his fucking head in his rookie season, and now you've got they've added to that with the Travis Hunter train. So yeah, look, he's got no excuses. You'd want them to be proving at least to be a playoff team, to be sitting around that 8 or 9, but I just don't have any confidence in it. I'm going to go the under.
Oof, rough.
Yeah.
I love Travis Hunter. I think it's going to be awesome. I think it's going to be fun as. Yeah. I think he's like a lock for maybe offensive rookie of the year, maybe even defensive rookie of the year, but I don't know if he's going to get enough snaps on defense to actually win that. But either way, like the Jags are like the one where I'm like, ooh, do I even have them maybe winning the division possibly? And that might be one of the ones where I'd sort of be like, you kick the tires on the odds of that one. You're like, geez, don't mind it. But the obvious favourite is the Houston Texans. Last year, 10-7. I've got them at 10-7 again this year. They don't have a run game. Like, Joe Mixon's like, the updates they gave on Joe Mixon is like, well, he's he's cooked.
Yep.
We don't know if he's ever going to play. And they've got Nick Chubb as the backup. It's like, cool, he was cooked last year.
2 years ago, it looked like he was never going to play again.
Damian Pierce, I don't know, man. The over-under, though, is 9.5, so this is still an over for me because I think D'Amico Ryans is an awesome coach. And I think CJ Stroud has, like, a good bounce-back year. And I think they had, was their offensive coordinator Bobby Slowick or whatever it was last year, and they just went, oh, that was horrible. Was that Kubiak?
Yeah.
No, was he one of them was in New Orleans, the other one was in Houston. Either way, new offensive coordinator, let's go. I like the Texans to go over and probably win that division, so I'm going to go over.
I think based on that, they're in a weak division, rebuilding division, and Stroud is still fucking good. And he's got weapons now. Like as you said, no running game, but there's always a deep wide receiver core over there. Dalton Schultz is still no slouch at tight end. I think they'll take this division. I think it'll be pretty clear.
Yeah, Nico Collins, Christian Kirk is like randomly there, right?
Yeah,
awesome.
Yeah.
That's great. Texans win the division for me, and then probably the most hard fought of the AFC divisions, the AFC West. West is best. This is awesome because you got like a brand new look Raiders team. You've got a Broncos team on the ascendant, as we all expect. The Chargers in second-year Harbaugh, which I want to bang on about because I fucking love a good second-year Harbaugh. And then the Chiefs, who all they do is fucking scratch their ass, get engaged to Taylor Swift, and make fucking Super Bowls. Like, that's all they do. And they've run out of engagements and asses to scratch. So they'll just make another soupy. I'll actually start at the top here. I want to go to the Chiefs. 11.5. It feels high-ish. Like, yes, it's the same as like the fucking Bills and the Ravens, but they go 15-2 last year. And like, I don't know if you've heard about the stats about one-score games and how the Chiefs were just super fucking lucky at times last year. There was like 3 different times where it comes down to bullshit, they win. And it feels like that will probably, like, you make your own luck when it comes to the NFL, of course. But I feel like with just the question marks about that receiver core again, the Mahomes situation last year where he just never looked that great, and they still made a soupy. I think there's just enough questions where they probably just take that bit of like one step back. The division's a lot tougher. I've still got them at like 11-6, but that is an under for me, Gaz. What do you reckon?
Yeah, I definitely. There's still definitely a double-digit team, and we just keep thinking that this is the year they fall apart. Xavier Worthy came on, he went off his head early, but then came on a little bit more reliably. Was a bigger part of the regular game plan as the season went on. You've still got Hollywood, you've still got Smith-Schuster. When Smith-Schuster is not relied on as the 1 or 2, he can sit in there as a number 3. You've still got it's a deep but not flashy running back room with Hunt and Pacheco and Elijah Mitchell still going. I think they've still got weapons around the place. We just are used to Mahomes doing all his magic with not really strong receivers. They're definitely a double-digit team. But I think one of the things is that everyone else, as you lent on, everyone else is getting better, right? Whereas it's in the South, it feels like the Texans are going to win it by default because everyone around them is rebuilding and a bit shit. The West is... there's some challenges coming through. You can definitely see them slipping a few games to the Chargers, Broncos, and wouldn't be surprised to see them lose to the Raiders.
Yep.
But then again, what's going to happen is Mahomes going to come out, prove us all wrong. We're going to win 14 games and make a Super Bowl again.
Yep. Yeah, my annual donation to the Patrick Mahomes MVP bet, which just sometimes it just hits. Last year it didn't. That's fine. I'm just going to write it again and see how we go. But I'm going to go 11-6, go the under. Interesting year ahead. Probably one of the more interesting years for them as well, right? Like the Taylor Swift stuff, like this gives them an extra little bit of a bump in terms of the publicity. And then you'll have all the usual voices go, I'm so fucking sick. Taylor Swift's got nothing to do with football. What are you doing? And it's like, all right, shush. It's just part of the circus. It's part of the circus. Give them bread, give them circus. The Chargers, second year Jim Harbaugh. Let's go. 9.5 is the over under for them. I've got them over at 10-7. They went 11-6 last year, and like, yes, they shit the bed in the playoffs, whatever. I think you got a Murray and Hampton there as a running back. The defense is interesting. The offense, Juzzy Herbs, the run game. I just think they'll be better-ish, if not roughly the same. Like 11-6 is really good. The rest of the division is also a little bit better. I've probably got them 10-7, 11-6 again, and we'll see what happens. But I'm still going to go the over 9.5 for the Chargers. In Harbaugh, I trust.
Yeah, I want to go the over. What worries me is, as we've mentioned, the other teams picking up around them, knocking off a couple of wins there. I think the over is solid. If it depends on whether Quentin Johnston can learn how to close his hands between now and actually catch a ball. Keenan Allen's back, mate. That's got to be worth 3 good wins there.
Love that.
I fucking love Keenan Allen. So I'm definitely going to go the over, I reckon. Yeah,
so
confidence in Juzzy. Finally, Juzzy's got the team around him that he's deserved.
So same as last year, like they had 3 teams with double-digit wins. I've got that happening again because I've got Denver, who are the hypiest of hype teams right now. They went 10-7 last year with the rookie QB. Bo Nix is like, apart from Jaden Daniels, was like this big giant surprise. 9.5 is their over-under again. This is one of the 2-3 best defenses in the NFL. I'm going to go the over again. Same as the Chargers. It's either 10-7 again or 11-6 again, right? Like,
yep.
Those two teams are kind of almost interchangeable with me in terms of like the total wins. If they go even better, they could actually win this division ahead of KC. Just saying. Like, They could end up 12-5. It wouldn't be a giant surprise. That's how fucking good that defense is. Sean Payton. Look, my thing with Sean Payton is like, I feel like he's got, you fucking coach a genius. It's like, did you watch those Saints teams in the last few years? They were fucking dog shit. Like, I don't know.
Yeah.
There's only so much like you can coach up when it's like a horrible team, but still. Now he's got like a decent QB, an awesome defense. I think they'll be rad. I think they could win the division and just sneak out ahead of the Chiefs, but I'm definitely going to go the over either way, Gaz.
Yeah, no, I definitely agree. This division is getting really, really spicy, and I'm definitely going to enjoy watching their games. I don't, take too much interest in the AFC, but between the North and the West this year, it's going to be really spicy. So I can definitely see going the over there too.
Raiders over under 6.5. Could Tom Brady suit up? I'm just saying, he looks awesome. He looks like a fucking 70s casino owner already. Now with like how skinny and weird he looks, he's got like, the tinted shades, the sick Raiders gear. I kind of love it. But they've got Geno, they've got Pete Carroll, they've got Brock Bowers, they've got Ashton Genty. They just kind of feel like a really solid team. The thing is, someone has to lose some of these games in this division.
Yeah.
They're over under 6.5. And I think I just have to go slightly under. 6-11. They could also win 8 games pretty easily. They could win 9 games pretty easily. This one's hard, but quite simply, like the wins have to come from, like the losses and the wins have to come from somewhere in the AFC. And I think the Raiders, they might have a couple of weird, janky games where you're like, what the fuck was that? Maybe the defense isn't that good. First year under Pete Carroll, who knows? I think they improve and they are better, but they're not crazy better, right?
Yeah. No, I still got. We've still got enough to get the over, I think. I still want, between Genty just grinding some games out, that he'll be opened up. That'll open up Geno, who, not the a quarterback that sets the world on fire, but he does put up a lot of fucking yards. So I think those 2 games will complement each other, using the run game to really start to open up people like Brock Bowers, who went off his head in his rookie season. So opening up the middle of the field because they have to clog to try and stop Genty is just going to be a nice, solid game plan there. I like it. So I'm going to give him on the over.
Easy. Yep. Good stuff. All right, well, that's the AFC. We've done all the over-unders. So division winners, Baltimore for the AFC North, Bills for the AFC East. They're the easy ones. Texans for the AFC South, wouldn't surprise me if maybe the Jags, with a new coach, they get like a big fucking bump out of that. But they were a 4-13 team last year, so it's pretty hard. So let's go Houston again there. And the AFC West, the Chiefs are the obvious pick. I think Denver could actually sneak that one, though. So my prediction might be actually Denver win the AFC West by going 12-5, maybe, as the Chiefs go 11-6 and the Chargers go 10-7. But we still have 3 double-digit win teams in the AFC West. What do you reckon, Gaz?
Which is crazy when the Kansas City Chiefs have owned it for so many years, right? The fact even thinking about that when you've still got peak Mahomes is pretty impressive when you look at the Chargers and Broncos.
It's very cool. All right, that's it. We'll leave the AFC part 1 here, and you'll be able to hear part 2 when I get around to editing that one and putting it up on Friday. All right, so remember, make sure you're subscribed across all the gear, all the good stuff. Get around Jim Does Supercoach. We're just like launching everything into the fucking stratosphere about the Supercoach, NFL Supercoach this year. It's very fun. Go check it all out. It's on the NFL Straya YouTube. It's got its own Facey and Twitter page as well. Go check it out. Be very much appreciated. I'm just having fun doing that, which is good. So rate and review on across all your fucking podcast apps, all that sort of stuff. Big thanks always go to House Hats for the intro and outro song. They rule as well. NBA Straya will be back soon. Gaz, you got any plugs?
Yeah, something that we have about to post and about to vlog is cheesesteak tipping with Sparrows. We're partnering with Sparrows, and they're running a tipping competition where you can win free cheesesteaks. If you haven't been to Sparrows, it's housed within the Catfish where we always have the Super Bowl party, and there's a big part of my my waistline that's to do with Sparrows. So yeah, doesn't cost anything to play. Just go on and do your NFL tips, weekly winners, free cheesesteaks. Fucking what could be harder?
Not much. It's awesome. So go check it out. What's the
easier? The exact opposite of what I said.
It's going to be easy. It's awesome. I'm stoked. I'm going to do all my tipping through there. But that's it. All right. That's the AFC. Over-under's done. We'll be back with the NFC for part 2, basically, tomorrow. Enjoy. Yeah. We'll catch you in a bit, you dickheads.
See yous.
Later, Hosen.